there, welcome into my channel. My name is Laurel with the Curated Caravan, and welcome to my weekend video. And this weekend we're gonna do some stats for the month of November. Let's take a look at my fastest sales of the month and the ones that I've just had around forever that have finally sold. So there have been a few though that have surprised me, and you know, if I would have got rid of them, I wouldn't have made this money on them. So I don't mind hanging on to things for a while. Of course, if you watch the video of those 22 items that I've had forever, those I haven't got any sales on those. I have relisted all of them with new listings. I didn't do new photos because the photos are good. The photos are good. I really need to get in there though, and some of you have suggested some really good keywords. So since I had already relisted them, I haven't gone in and redid some of those keywords. So I should add those and see if that helps too. Hopefully we'll get those sold in the next month. We can hope for. Okay, so I've got my top 10 fastest and top 10 slowest. So let's start out with the fastest sales. So let's see, the fastest sale was, okay, yeah, some of these were in my last video too of my the best sales of the month. So some of my best sales of the month were some of the fastest ones. The Tahari skirt suit, which I'll put all the photos over here. You can see the listings. It sold in like a day or two. Okay, so all my quickest sales sold within like 2 weeks of being listed. So for me, that is a great sale. That's a fast sale for me. If I sell it within that first month of listing, that's wonderful. It doesn't happen all that often. So these top 10 have sold definitely within that month. So the first was the Tahari skirt suit, and it sold for $50. Next up, number 2 was an Athleta swimsuit top. Top only, sold also within a couple of days for $30. I paid $2.99 for it, and so sold for $30, so that's great. The third was donated to me, another suit, White House Black Market, sold for $64, and within a couple of days. Okay, weird thing that happened. I haven't ever had this happen before. I have mixed up packages before. Believe me, I've done that enough times. But so I mixed up 2 packages and they're both cheap. One is this Say What shirt, sold within a day or two on Poshmark for $16. I paid 56 cents in a Crossroads box. So I sold that one, and I sold a skirt. I can't remember. Very cheap skirt that I sold on Depop for like $10, $15. So anyway, so I sold both of those, shipped them to the wrong people, and both of them were very nice about it, and they're supposed to send them back. Neither one sent them back. Neither one sent them back, and my funds were released on both of those. So, you know, I would have eaten the shipping price and mailed them to them myself, but they didn't take it, and so I still made the money on them, so I can't complain about that. So it was a white Say What lace top, sold for $16. Next up was a Free People. The style was called Casual Clash. It was kind of an older style. I thought I might have it for a while. Sold within five days for $26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the things that were the fastest sellers were from my Crossroads box too. So if you want to go back and take a look at that, I do have that unboxing listed. So I paid all the ones that I bought in the Crossroads box too, averaged out to 56 cents each. So, you know, I made $26 on it. That's great. Next up was on Mercari. Also sold, you know, within a week or two for $13.50, but I paid 56 cents. So that's fine. And it sold so quickly. Next up was on Poshmark, a Carhartt long-sleeved blue t-shirt. That one sold for $16. Did I say that already? Another Crossroads pickup. Next was a Calida, C-A-L-I-D-A nightgown. It has stains on the front of it, so I didn't list it for very much, and it still sold for $18. And I paid that for $2 at a thrift store locally. Didn't notice the stain, obviously, but I thought, hey, you know what? That's a good brand. People like it. And somebody picked it up for 18 bucks on eBay. So I can't remember what the actual price was, but that $18 includes the shipping. So, you know, but still a stained nightgown. Next was a Bozzolo, B-O-Z-Z-O-L-O top from the Crossroads box number 2. Sold that for $22. And then the lastly, number 10, sold again within 2 weeks, was from the Crossroads Outlet box 2. And it was Cool, K-U-L-E, not K-U-H-L, which is also an amazing brand, but this was K-U-L-E brand, a top, and that one sold for $43 within 2 weeks. So fantastic sale. These, not so fantastic. Now we're going to look at the ones that I've had forever. Okay, so well, let's start with number 10. So number 10 I'd had for 718 days. So over 2 years, right? 3, 6, 7, yeah, over 2 years. It was a Anthropologie top from Poshmark. Poshmark? Yeah, Poshmark. I always get, what do I always want to call it? Anyway, I think it's Poshmark from Anthropologie brand. I sold it for $12 and I had bought it for $3. And that was on, oh, I don't know. I didn't write down what. Oh, I think it was eBay. Yeah, all of my low sales here, or the long and low sales, were on eBay. And so $12, so I probably only sold it for about $7 or $8. So that one, you know, didn't make a whole lot. Number 9 was Wendy Ann. It was a vintage robe, but I think it was missing the tie. So I'd had that one for 747 days before it sold, and it sold for $18. I had paid 40 cents for it at the bins. The 8th slowest sale was a Sigrid Olsen light green turtleneck sweater. I bought it for 40 cents at the bins, and it sold for $13 on eBay. Next was an Adidas sweatshirt, really cute sweatshirt. It was like purple with a raised velvet logo on the front, and I had that for 753 days before it sold for $23. I paid $4 at my local thrift store up here. Number 6 was also a sweatshirt, athletic sweatshirt from Puma. I think I got a Vero on a Puma. Yeah, it was a, what was it? Puma t-shirt, an America's Cup Puma t-shirt that I got Veroed on eBay. They said it wasn't authentic. I don't know. The sweatshirt that I've had for 830 days, finally sold for $21 on eBay. I had paid 50 cents for it at the bins. Next one was a Poshmark sale that I had had for 860 days. And I bought it for $5 and sold for $20. So on Poshmark, yeah. So not bad. The next pair was one of my best sales of the month of November. Was a pair of Mephisto, like a comfort shoe, women's shoe. It sold for $46.71, but I'd had it for 951 days. Next, oh, these last 3 I was so happy to see go, because I'd had each of them for over 1,000 days, way too long. The number 3 I had bought in a Crossroads box. I believe I got it before 2020 for 50 cents, and I got $12 for it on eBay. So didn't make a lot on that one, but I did make my money back. Next up was a Madewell top that I sold on Poshmark. Sold it for $15 and I paid 45 cents, but I had it for 1,037 days. And then lastly was a top that I had had forever. I had paid 50 cents again in one of those Crossroad boxes that I bought prior to 2020. I paid 50 cents for it, and it sold for $11.34 on eBay, and I had it for 2,145 days. So glad to be gone. I think that was the last of my Sugar, which is a brand that I still, you know, don't pick it up, it doesn't sell. I think it was a boutique brand that I had never heard of that I got in my Crossroads box. So that was my top 10 fastest and slowest sales of November. So if you're interested in seeing more of those monthly, I might do those on the weekends when I'm doing my stats videos. And that was November of 2024. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you next week with another haul and another stat video. See you next time. Bye-bye.